Alright, so I'm going to be doing envelope targets. Each envelope was written and sealed by a different family member. I am blind to whatever's in the envelope. It could be a coordinate or a question or could be anything, but I'm going to choose this one and I won't open it till it's done. First thing that came to mind was a tunnel, or at least what appears to be a tunnel. Could be a perspective. That's how I interpret it, at least. Wavy lines. Something white. There's a gestalt shape. Can't quite make out what the actual form of it was. Triangle shape. I was thinking of jewelry for whatever reason. Like gold. Arms. Like human arms. This is man-made. I see 90-degree angles. At least something's man-made around the area. I'm gonna try to check out this man-made object. I think it might be small, whatever it is I'm focusing on. Something lost? I'm thinking of underground now. Not sure if that's on target or not. It's like underneath the grass in the ground. Something square. Square shape. There's like a ridged pattern. I'll probably have to draw that. Almost like ridged wood, maybe. Pathway. There's a pathway. I'm gonna reset myself. Like a sawed log. At least what looks like the shape of a sawed log laying on the ground. An open field. Trying to put my perspective in a top-down view of this area. There's a triangular shape again. Perhaps that's the layout of this area. It's a triangular shape. Red. There's something red. It's like a structural pattern of perhaps brick or stone. This will be analytic overlay, but I'm just going to say it. It's probably wrong. A well. Looking down into a well. It's green around here. Foliage. A fence. Perhaps a rural area. Thinking of an intersection. Or like intersecting roads. A circular shape. Seems like a design. Something you'd put on a wall, maybe. Like as a decoration. Or symbol. Keep thinking of it's like a box or square shape. Seems structural. It's old and musty. Like Like how those really old houses smell, like historical houses. A lot of wood smell, old wood smell. There's letters, I can't make them out. I was thinking it would maybe be a street sign. Can't read the letters though. Yeah, structure underneath this area. Mountain off in the distance. Perhaps mountains. Multiple of them. Randomly thinking of Ethiopia. I haven't been there, but just what I randomly thought of. Probably not on target. There's something pointy, like with several points, like a star. Not exactly a star, but something with several points. Something that's like rounded glass. First thought was it's for to display something or hold something. Not sure. And it's has a lot of designs on it. Saw a figure. It's just a silhouette. Someone in a hoodie. A store. Or perhaps a restaurant. It's like an open uh, front of the store. The setup style kind of reminds me of like an antique shop. A fish scale pattern. Yeah, a lot of lines. I think this might be a okay. Yeah, like a building, like an older building. I'm gonna draw the building real quick. Like one of those white paneled buildings, the older buildings. I think there's a like a sign that's black and has red lettering, and the letters are kind of it's not like a regular font of the letterings. There's a side door of this building. Not sure if this is my target, but I'm gonna reset and see if I can get anything else. It's like a long triangle shape. Other buildings nearby. I see staircases on the outside of a taller building, maybe 2 or 3 stories. Uh, Randomly thinking of Spider Man. Okay, now I'm thinking of like a spire, like it's a maybe that long triangle was actually like a long spire. Thought of warfare. And bullet casings. I thought of the bullet casings first before the warfare. Yeah, I'm thinking of a really weird structure now. Seems like one of those structures you'd see like on like Tatooine from Star Wars. I'm gonna start drawing my stuff. I think my mind's eye got bored. All right, I'm gonna open up the sealed. Let's see what it is. Oh. Okay, so this is Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's an address. So I will analyze that in the next section. All right, so we got the address typed in here. All right, so we got the address typed in here. It's in New Mexico. All right, so I did some reading up on this. So this building is for a balloon festival, and where they actually, it's like a hot air balloon festival, actually. So, where they actually do the hot balloons, it's in this big field right here. So, we can just click on a random spot here, and a lot of balloons, and they do this annually. I think around the winter time. As you can see, everyone's wearing hoodies. It's cold out. Yep, bunch of balloons. There's like so many balloons in the sky. And one thing um, I thought that was kind of interesting. I did say there was like a tunnel. Maybe it's reaching a bit, but actually, maybe I was looking inside of the balloon because I did see ridges, but I don't know. I'll let y'all decide what you think of that. So I use Grok to help me uh, look up some modern and past history of the area. So Balloon Fiesta Park. So maintains a rural character with farms, ranches, wineries, all that. So pre-colonial and Pueblo era. So a lot of farming involved. Spanish colonial period around this area. Of course, it's in New Mexico. So Alameda Boulevard, May 1957. Well-known image shows a road, relatively open highway. Okay, we can check this out, see what it looks like. Okay, so pretty underdeveloped. So I did also ask if there's any like tunnels underground in this area. So some urban explorers have documented drainage or utility tunnels in the broader northern Albuquerque area. Um, Heading towards the Balloon Fiesta Park vicinity. but there's no prominent like public features or historical landmarks from that. I mean, drainage, irrigation, prominent historical wells. Because I did ask, uh, well, I did have an impression that there was a well. It was a random thought, but uh, since there were a bunch of farmers, they would use a lot of wells in the area. So another thing I got the impression of that something was lost or buried or something like that. Um, I mean, there was old cemeteries in that area. So there was a cemetery across the Balloon Fiesta Park, uh, historic church and cemetery. Kind of want to look at that, see what that looks like. Okay, not a great picture. Okay, well, that looks kind of similar to the building I drew. This one in particular. So I didn't follow it up with any gold or precious material found. Nothing significant in that area. But there was early gold rushes around that area. So there was a lot of miners in here inhabiting the place. So there is a story of lost Spanish gold mines in the Sandia Mountains visible from the area. Uh, so apparently it's folklore. So the only gold commonly associated with Balloon Fiesta Park is a commemorative coin, including gold-plated or silver versions sold for the event over the years. These are collector items, not historical discoveries. So this is kind of what the I guess the place around this area looked like, and there's still some old buildings up today, but a lot of them would look similar to this, which again looks pretty similar to the thing I drew down. Um, yep, so pretty underdeveloped in rural area. All right, so let's go back to here. So, yes, there's a lot of balloons, of course. I didn't exactly pick up on a balloon, or maybe the tunnel inside was a balloon, but uh, I just kept thinking of it being underground for some reason. So another prominent building would be this museum right here, and I wrote down or I drew a Star Wars like building. Like I even mentioned, it kind of looks like Tatooine, uh, like building from Star Wars. I mean, it is a desert. There's mountains around. Uh, kind of reaching a bit with it, but it's. I find it interesting that I picked up on it's. I see mountains surrounding the area, and even mentioning Tatooine, which is a desert planet in Star Wars. But this is kind of a weird building. Let me know if it's not really Star Wars like. I guess I can kind of see it, but um so I did say it there's green around here, a fence, perhaps a rural area, thinking of an intersection or like intersecting roads, circular shape. Seems like a design. I mean, a circular shape could be a balloon, perhaps this. I mean, we could do a top-down view. There are circular shapes around here. And if you look at the field itself, I mean, there's roads intersecting with each other, and this seems like really. I mean, seems to me this is the largest green area. Well, there's some over here as well, but this is seems like one of the biggest fields in Albuquerque. I want to go inside this museum we were looking at earlier. So I did mention something uh like it was on display or something, like glass. Yeah, something it's like rounded glass. First thought was it's for displays to display something or hold up something. Not sure. It has a lot of designs to it. All right, so this is glass and display, just rounded objects. I don't know how much we can actually look in here. Okay, so it looks like a gift shop, and this is a museum of all the balloons, and probably some early aviation stuff as well. So I saw someone in a hoodie. It's a silhouette. I mean, everyone on that field was wearing a hoodie. A store, door, perhaps a restaurant. It's like an open front of the store. Setup kind of reminds me of like an antique shop. Could infer that's the gift shop I was thinking of. I mean, that's the only thing around the area I could really see that could relate with that. Um, a fish scale pattern. And this building was the that old historical building I drew. Okay, so a long triangle shape. Other buildings nearby. Uh, I didn't see any buildings that were 2 or 3 stories high. There wasn't a staircase outside either. Thinking of a spire, maybe that long triangle is actually a long spire. Okay, so a lot of different shapes going on. Uh, it wouldn't surprise me if there's like I don't know, hot air balloon that has like a really long pointed top to it. Uh, there can be a lot of things, like lot of shapes, uh, that I could correlate, like the pointedness of this. Something's pointy, but there's just kind of too much going on where I can get like a positive without a doubt. Like yes, that's what I saw. There's just so much going on here, but yeah, not really seeing spires. I did mention that I was thinking of warfare. Uh, I mean, this was native land before. Of course, there's gonna probably be some warfare, especially with the colonizers or even with the Spanish colonies. Uh, but I mean, I feel like main things I got right with this is this open field, surrounding mountains in the area, intersections in here, and maybe even the tunnel that's stretching a bit too much. But this this seems like I picked up on a historical thing. Uh, like I said, a lot of shapes you can infer maybe it was part of the balloon or something, but I won't reach too far with that one. Star Wars building. I mean, it could be the that museum we went over, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the first envelope target I did. I got a bunch more to do, and it could be like a question or a coordinate. I really don't know until I open it, but I'll see y'all next time.